In this question, we're given a Fourier pair. We're told that the double-sided exponential is that in the frequency domain. And we're given a signal in the time domain that doesn't look like the double-sided exponential, and we're asked for uppercase x of 4.7. So that means that we're being asked for x of omega. So the question is, what's x of omega if the frequency is 4.7? That's the question. So clearly, we'll need to use the duality property of the Fourier transform to rewrite this. So we want to know what the equivalent frequency domain representation would be for 1 divided by 2 plus t squared. So if we simply rewrite the Fourier transform using the duality property, we can say that 2a over a squared plus t squared, remember we're using the duality property here, that corresponds to 2 pi times e to the minus a absolute value of minus omega. And notice we add the 2 pi term and the negative sign. So this is the duality property. So the next step is to try to identify a. So here, a squared, and here we have the 2. So if a squared equals 2, then a is clearly the square root of 2. So we can rewrite this as 2 times square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 squared plus t squared, and that would correspond in the frequency domain to 2 pi times e to the minus a, and we'll lose the negative sign because of the absolute value. So now we ask ourselves, does this now resemble the question there? Well, it does, except there's a term 2 square root of 2 in the numerator, so we need to remove that. So how do we remove the 2 square root of 2 to end up with 1? We simply divide both sides by 1 over 2. So we divide both sides by 2 pi. So if I were to multiply by, let me put it in a different color, 1 over 2 square root of 2, and I'd do the same here, obviously. So that now resembles the question. So what we have now is 1 over 2 plus t squared. That corresponds to that. So now all we need to do is replace omega with 4.7, put that in a calculator, and that will give me x of omega. So the final answer will be something like this. X of 4.7 equals pi divided by square root of 2 e to the minus square root of 2, because a here is square root of 2, multiplied by 4.7. If you put that in a calculator, you get to 5 decimal places 0.00288.